We begin with an image of impossible beauty. It is called the Pillars of Creation. Seen through the eyes of the Hubble Space Telescope, it looks like a colossal celestial sculpture, a vast cathedral of gas and dust rising from the cosmic dark. Towers of cool hydrogen gas and dust, light years high, are illuminated by the fierce ultraviolet light from a cluster of young, massive stars located just out of the frame. Within these pillars, new stars are being born, cocoons of gas collapsing under their own gravity to ignite in nuclear fire. It is one of the most iconic and breathtaking images ever captured, a testament to the universe's ability to create on a scale we can barely comprehend. It hangs on walls, inspires artists, and fills us with wonder. We look at it and see the process of creation itself. But this image holds a profound and disturbing secret. The beauty you are seeing is a ghost. The Pillars of Creation are located in the Eagle Nebula, approximately 7,000 light-years from Earth. This means the light from this structure has traveled for 7,000 years to reach our telescopes. We are not seeing the pillars as they are today. We are seeing them as they were 7,000 years ago, around the time the first cities were being built on Earth. And based on other data, astronomers have a very strong reason to believe that the Pillars of Creation no longer exist. Data from the Spitzer Space Telescope, which sees an infrared light, revealed a hot, expanding cloud of dust just ahead of the pillars. The most likely explanation is a supernova, a catastrophic explosion of a massive star that occurred nearby. The shockwave from this explosion, a wave of unimaginable power and heat, would have slammed into the delicate pillars. Imagine a tsunami of fire and force, traveling through space, scouring everything in its path. This is what astronomers believe happened to the pillars. The shockwave would have completely obliterated them, shredding the majestic towers into cosmic tatters. This likely happened about 6,000 years ago. But because the pillars are 7,000 light-years away, the light from that destruction has not reached us yet. It is still traveling through space, a messenger of death that is about 1,000 years away from arriving. So when you look at the beautiful Pillars of Creation, you are not seeing creation at all. You are looking at a memory. You are admiring the photograph of a magnificent structure, moments before it was destroyed. You are watching a ghost. Our next image is a cosmic illusion, a trick of light that reveals a terrifying fact about our universe. It is called an Einstein ring. It looks like a perfect glowing circle in the blackness of space, a celestial halo. In the center of the ring, you can often see a bright galaxy. This phenomenon occurs when a massive galaxy, sitting directly between us and a more distant galaxy, uses its immense gravity to bend the light from the background object. The light is warped and magnified, spread out into a near-perfect circle. It is a stunning confirmation of Einstein's theory of general relativity, that mass can bend the fabric of space-time itself. But the secret it reveals is far more unsettling than the illusion it creates. When scientists calculated the mass of the galaxy in the foreground, the one acting as the lens, they found a problem. The math did not work. The amount of visible matter, all the stars, gas, and dust we can see, was not nearly enough to create the powerful gravitational lensing effect we observe. There was not enough gravity. So what is bending the light? The answer is something we cannot see, cannot detect, and cannot understand. It is dark matter. The Einstein ring is one of the most powerful pieces of evidence that the universe is dominated by this mysterious, invisible substance. Scientists believe that dark matter makes up about 85% of all the matter in the cosmos. All the stars, planets, galaxies, and nebulae we can see, everything that has ever been observed, is just a tiny fraction of what is actually out there. The rest is an invisible, unknown scaffolding upon which our visible universe is built. The terror here is not just that the universe is mostly invisible. It is that we are living in an ocean of something we know almost nothing about. It surrounds us, it flows through us, its gravity holds our galaxy together, yet it remains a complete mystery. The beautiful Einstein ring is not just a trick of light. It is a signpost pointing to the vast, unseen majority of reality. Now we point our telescope to a patch of sky that appears completely empty. Imagine going outside on a clear night and looking up. You see stars, the moon, maybe a planet. But there are also patches of pure blackness, areas that seem to contain nothing at all. Astronomers decided to point the Hubble Space Telescope at one such spot, a tiny, insignificant patch of sky near the Big Dipper. It was a region so small it was like looking at a grain of sand held at arm's length. To the naked eye, and even to most telescopes, it was a void. Then, for over 100 hours, spread out over several days, Hubble opened its eye and just stared into that darkness. It gathered every single photon of light that trickled in from that seemingly empty spot. The result was an image that changed humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. It is called the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. That patch of blackness was not empty. It was filled with 10,000 galaxies. Each point of light in the image, from the large, well-defined spirals to the faintest, reddest smudges, is an entire galaxy, each containing hundreds of billions of stars and likely trillions of planets. It is the deepest portrait of the visible universe ever taken. And it reveals that our own galaxy is just one of many, floating in a cosmic sea of other galaxies that stretches on seemingly forever. The secret here is one of scale, a truth so vast it becomes terrifying. There is no empty space. The universe is not just big, it is incomprehensibly full. The number of stars in this one tiny patch of sky is greater than all the grains of sand on all the beaches of Earth. And this was just one tiny spot. The terror is existential. It is the crushing realization of our own cosmic insignificance. We are not the center of anything. We are just a tiny part of an impossibly large and crowded reality. Our next image is blurry and faint. It does not possess the sharp beauty of a nebula or a galaxy. It looks like a glowing orange donut, a ring of fire surrounding a perfect black circle. Yet this is one of the most important images in the history of science. It is the first ever direct photograph of a black hole, specifically the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy Messier 87. It was captured by the Event Horizon Telescope, a global network of telescopes all working together to function as a single, Earth-sized observatory. For centuries, black holes were just a prediction of theory, a mathematical curiosity. Now we have seen one. But the terrifying secret is what you are actually seeing and what it means. You are not looking at the black hole itself. A black hole is, by definition, an object from which no light can escape, making it truly invisible. What you are looking at is its shadow. That glowing ring is superheated gas and plasma, swirling around the black hole at nearly the speed of light, heated to billions of degrees by friction and magnetic forces before it takes the final plunge. The black circle in the middle is the event horizon, the point of no return. It is the ultimate prison of the universe. Once anything crosses that boundary, whether it is a particle of dust, a planet, or a star, it can never escape. Its fate is sealed. The gravity is so extreme that it warps space-time to such a degree that all possible paths lead only inward, to the singularity at the center. The event horizon is not a physical surface. It is a threshold where the laws of physics as we know them break down. This image is not a picture of an object. It is a picture of the edge of reality itself, a place where space and time cease to function in a way we can understand. It is a direct glimpse into the abyss. Finally, we come to an image that looks like a mistake. It is grainy, washed out, and full of noise. In a pale band of scattered sunlight, you can just barely make out a single, tiny point of light. It is a single pixel. This image is called the pale blue dot. In 1990, the Voyager 1 spacecraft, having completed its tour of the outer planets, was about to leave our solar system forever. At the urging of the astronomer Carl Sagan, NASA turned the probe's cameras around to take one last look back at its home. From a distance of 6 billion kilometers, this is what Earth looked like, a tiny, lonely speck suspended in a sunbeam. And this is where we find the most terrifying secret of all, because this secret is not about cosmic monsters or mind-bending physics. It is about us. On this dot, this single pixel, is everyone you have ever loved, everyone you know, everyone you have ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. Every king and peasant, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every mother and father, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. All our wars, our triumphs, our suffering, our art, our science. Our entire collective history took place on that tiny, insignificant point of light. The image reveals the terrifying truth of our situation. Our world is a fragile, lonely outpost in the great enveloping cosmic dark. There is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. This photograph is a challenge. It undermines our self-importance and exposes the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe. The terror of the pale blue dot is the realization of our profound fragility and our complete and utter isolation. After seeing these hidden truths, does the universe feel more beautiful to you or more terrifying?